Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
My back hurts so much. It's my fucking ribs aren't healing. My back hurts.
How did you hurt your ribs?
I've got a sore on my foot. Did we not talk about how I hurt my ribs?
What do you mean a sore?
I just
You sticking your foot in weird people?
No, not like that.
You get no weird. You get weird feet sores,
Dude.
Can you get STDs on your feet? Is that like a foot fetish thing?
I don't know. I know a girl who's into foot stuff.
Ew.
She's like, send me photos of your feet. And I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, you got fucked up feet.
Yeah, I have gross feet.
You know that. Like,
yeah, but I have like grosser than normal feet. My toes all my toenails have fallen off and shit.
Have ballerina feet.
Yes.
Because of your
skating and wearing boots too much.
Yeah.
And
my
running.
Feet, I got pristine monkey feet. Actually,
you really do. Your feet like do stuff. Mine are just smashed up and fucking nasty.
Yeah. Do you So wait, how'd you?
I fell. Here's the thing. I was so excited to skate. I went to Utah.
How old are you?
Skates. I'm old. Too old to do this. So I was
to
like,
be a professional skater.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna skate. So they built this van skate park. It's brand new. I show up.
Oh, in Salt Lake. They used it for the X Games, right?
Yeah.
So this is an X Games level skate park.
So, which is great. I can skate that. I'm fine with
Yeah.
that. So all the rollerbladers are there. Like literally, there's like hundreds of kids in this tiny park. It's pretty full.
How big is this? Is this like
it's decent? It's a decent size.
Like is it the size of a basketball court or like a soccer?
It's like the size of 6 basketball courts, maybe more.
So like 3/4 of a soccer field.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And so I'm there.
What do we got? We got half pipes.
Yeah.
Loop de loops.
No loop de loops, but there's half pipes and rails and ledges and shit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking skate this. And everyone, so I get in front of everyone. I'm warming up. I'm chopping it up. I'm shaking everyone's hand. Everyone's excited to see me.
Are you wearing a helmet?
No, of course not.
Why don't you wear a helmet?
I just don't. I don't know what to tell you.
You think you don't want to look like a loser?
No, I feel like when I wear
it,
I hit my head the second I wear it. It's cursed.
Yeah, but your head is safe when you wear a helmet.
Maybe I'm so lucky I've only ever hit my head when wearing a helmet.
Jesus.
Knock on wood. But anyway, so I go and my first literal warm up, like I'm making fun of someone. I'm like, all right, I'm dropping in. I drop in. I do a thing. I go up the quarter pipe.
Yeah.
This is the big half pipe thing, and I go to do the easiest trick you can do on rollerblades on a half pipe.
What's that? Like a
180? It's a backside stall. So it's a 180 where you're standing on, where you get onto the coping with your skates. It's like a stall.
That doesn't sound like the easiest trick.
It literally is.
I feel like the easier trick would be not in a half pipe, and I'm just on flat ground and I stand on one skate. What is that called? What is the one skatey?
That's called shooting the duck, actually.
Just standing on one foot?
I mean, if you do it good.
Dude, shooting the duck is the easiest.
Most people shoot the duck because you're sitting and then your one foot is out in front of you. Or in rollerblading, it's called rocket, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What you're describing is just simply lifting a foot up while you're... Are you moving or are you standing still?
Because this is the easiest trick, I am standing still.
Oh, okay. So that's called standing on one foot.
Yes. So what you're doing is a level 2 trick.
Yeah. It's one of the easier ones you can do in the quarter pipe. But I get up there. It was like so slippery because it was brand new or something. I don't know. I truly don't know.
Not because you're halfway through your life.
So that's nice. You think I'm halfway done.
You're an old man.
But I slipped out on my very first trick in front of everyone.
What is the average age? Like 13
of a skater?
Of all the skaters.
Oh, probably at a skate park it's like 14 for sure.
So
the average age maybe a little higher. Actually.
It's probably when you show up.
Yeah, I destroy the average. Yeah. No, there's a lot of older skaters. You'd be surprised.
Dude,
there are a lot of young skaters.
The coolest guy at the skate park is like the weird 60-year-old hobo who's good at skating.
And there's a lot of those guys.
And they don't care about anyone else. They're just carving and not doing anything impressive. They're just ripping.
What they do is they wear knee pads always.
Yeah.
They wear knee pads and a helmet and
Of
wrist
course.
guards. And they always bring a boom box and they set it on the side of the bowl that they skate. And then they have like 4 other weird friends and they spend most of the session.
Do they have friends?
Yes, and they always sit together. This is every skate park I've ever been to in my life that has a good bowl. And then they all sit together and they don't even skate most of the session. Most of the session is them like doing hardware stuff to their boards. And then they skate a couple times and they call it good.
No, I'm talking about like the solo guy. There's like a homeless wizard.
You saw that one time. That's not a real trope.
I feel like I'm more into I feel like I'm closer to wizards than you are.
Yeah.
On the wizard spectrum.
I would like to point out that I have spent like probably thousands of hours at skate parks.
Just because you've been in proximity to wizards does not mean you're closer on the wizard spectrum.
Okay.
Between you and me, what all right, what are the requirements to be on the wizard spectrum?
I was friends with one of the Salt Lake City wizards.
Yes, I feel like if you've seen a wizard, you are on the wizard spectrum because many people do not. They go their whole life
without seeing
a wizard.
I see wizards all the time, but there was a wizard in Salt Lake who specifically would come to watch us play Warhammer, and I befriended him. Not on a personal level because he's a wizard and he's very aloof, but he would.
I think he was your friend. You just weren't his friend.
Yeah, so he would show up to the thing and he wouldn't play war. We thought we were like, oh, you're wearing like a wizard's cloak. You're a dirty, filthy man. His basically had soot on it at all times.
It's really hard. It's really hard to tell a homeless person from a wizard.
Yes.
Until you start talking to them. And I've seen like well-dressed homeless people. And I'm like, that's a wizard. Nope, it's just a homeless guy.
Yeah, it's just a homeless guy in a
suit.
And
then there's sometimes there's well kept together wizards, and they're hard. When you start talking, you can't see them. You have to talk to them.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, sometimes
unless you see them disappear, then you were talking. You saw a wizard.
So this wizard guy has his cloak and like a trench coat on under the cloak, even in the summer. He's got like he's one of the Salt Lake City wizards. He was the wizard that would have the staff and he would sell the necklaces off of the staff. It was like anyway.
Was he the one? Was he the guy that rode the bus everywhere?
No, that was a different. You're thinking of that guy was a Middle Eastern wizard.
No, I'm thinking
he had the turban.
Oh yeah, he did have the giant turban.
Yes, and that guy ruled.
That guy I bumped into once or twice and talked with.
Yeah. He used to ride the bus on 500 South or whatever, back and forth.
He was the bus wizard, and I don't think his brain was in another dimension.
Yes.
Because you would talk to him and he would hear you, but he did not comprehend.
He was piloting his body from back home. He's sitting naked with a crystal ball, piloting his body like a drone, dude. Because he was so weird. You would say things to him, and then he would just be, no kidding. He would like be looking out into the space. He'd be like, hey, I like your turban.
Dude,
and then
I bumped into him.
Like a minute later, he'd be like, thank you. You're like, what?
I bumped into him with Jackson Banks one time. And him and Jackson like talked normal style.
That's so funny.
They just kind of understood. So I could talk to Jackson and Jackson could talk to him, but I could not talk to him because I was too far removed. I feel like the wizard spectrum, it's like hurricanes or earthquakes. It's logarithmic. So every notch is 10 times further higher. So like a level 1 to a level 2 is a level 2 is 10 times more powerful than a level 1.
Okay.
And there's thousands of levels.
Yeah.
So you can't even perceive. If you're a level 1, you can't even perceive a level 10.
Would you count the Pope as a wizard?
Yeah, I think
he has all the wizard-like qualities.
I think he's a wizard. He's
no
not
girlfriend. Wears a weird outfit.
I was gonna say not being celibate does grant you certain wizard powers.
Most wizards are celibate. I've never seen a wizard with a mate. I know that they exist because I've been to Renaissance fairs, and I'm not talking about Renaissance wizards. I'm talking about wizards who just end up at the Renaissance fair because they're like, why are you guys dressed like me? This is my life.
I would say pickup artists are a level 1 wizard.
The worst.
Who have abandoned the pursuit of magic for pussy. And
lesser pursuits.
Yes, and they're probably negative wizards.
Yeah, they're the antithesis of
because
wizards.
they have no magic.
Yeah,
they're
fucking
not
terrible.
Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah, so there's a wizard. Do you know who else rode that bus? Did you ever see there was a mentally handicapped guy that always had a baby, like
No.
a fake baby. You ever see him?
No, I never saw.
Oh man,
Wait,
he would just carry this
What color was the baby?
white.
No, I don't know.
Well, porcelain or whatever, like
I
a
didn't-
plastic baby color
I
is.
don't know that guy.
Yeah, he was scary.
So not having sex, the Pope. I feel like the Pope would be. He's a single-digit wizard. He's not as powerful as.
He's got a hat. He's weird. He speaks another language. He's got fucking like trinkets all over the place.
Yeah, but he only commands normal human issues. Real wizards don't even give a shit about Jesus. And
Yeah, real wizards, you kind of go, hey, how do you pay rent? That's my always thing when I see any of the wizards in Salt Lake City. You see him walking around, you go, how the fuck does that guy live? Where do you think he works?
I think their family is usually taking care of them.
Or they're on unemployment.
Maybe.
I'm fine with that. If
Do you
my
think-
taxes support a wizard, I'm cool with
Do
it.
you think there's like a There has to be, because you know how. I don't know if it's like the CIA or the FBI was like, they sent out some expedition to find Yetis back in the day, and they like paid our tax dollars go to like extraterrestrial, like
Yeah.
weird cryptid stuff, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. And so there was like a memo. I think it was like JFK sent to some Yeti expedition. They're like, hey, if you find Yetis, try not to kill it, but if you do, tell us first. And so our money goes to that. And so I bet there is like a weird office division.
Well, that's the men who stare at goats.
Yeah, somewhere in our government where it's just like, hey, every couple years to the president, they have to sign a bill that gives the wizard fund like $10 million. And the president's like, I'm not signing this. And people are like, no, just sign it. It's $10 million. It doesn't matter.
You don't want to anger the wizards.
You don't.
We don't know what they'll do.
There was one year we didn't, and Harambe died, and everything hasn't been the same since. And as long as we keep paying, you know what? 2020, they probably lapsed on the wizard fund.
Dude, I know it.
So every bad year. 2001, they probably didn't pay the wizard funds.
Dude,
Or actually, you know what? I would say Osama bin Laden. I would say he's a level 5.
yeah, he looks like a wizard.
He's a level 5 wizard.
A level 5.
Yeah,
I would say he's on the level with the Pope.
What I said, the Pope is like a level. You say Osama is as powerful as the Pope.
Was.
No, I feel like the Pope is like a level 8 or 9.
Oh.
Still, that's nothing in the wizard world.
I mean, listen, you can go way up high,
Yeah.
but yeah, that wizard. But he used to come to the game store and watch us play
yes,
games, and he would be there. He's like, he looks like a wizard. People would laugh, whatever, but not at his face. But people would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck, it's a wizard." and then so he showed up, and then one day he comes to watch us play, and he's just standing there watching us. And it's like Warhammer takes like 2.5 hours to play.
Per
He's just
match?
kind of so he's just kind of standing there watching us, and then we're sitting there playing, and then all of a sudden he just pulls out from his cloak. He just had a fucking a stool, like a folding stool that he was just carrying. He like somehow
This
just
isn't the bus wizard.
no, this is
Because the
different.
bus wizard also had a stool
Oh really?
under his robe.
No
And
way.
when me and Jackson talked to him, he was, because Jackson wanted to interview him for some his weird podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's still available too. You can find it. He like just pulled out like a 3-pronged stool from that he was carrying around and sat down and started talking to us.
Damn, dude, that's a wizard move apparently.
Yeah,
So he had a
well,
stool, and
they're
we were all
smart.
like, "What the fuck? Where'd the stool come from?" He's got his own chair, which we had chairs he could have sat in, but he brought his own. So we were all like, kind of saying nothing, but looking at each other like, "Holy shit, he has a stool."
That
So-
makes me wonder. What do they know?
I know. So
Do
we're,
they? Is there like? Was it a three-pronged stool?
I don't know what it was because it's
'Cause-
hard to see because he had so much
Yeah, robage.
robes and
Do you think
coats.
every time you take a shower, it washes your powers away?
No,
Because wizards don't take showers usually, if ever.
It's because I don't think it has anything to do with their power. I just think they're too busy pursuing magic.
That they forget.
And once you give up on pussy, it's like what are showers really?
Yeah. That is Albert Einstein. I'd give him like a level. He's a level 5, level 4 or
Albert
5.
Einstein was a well-known pussy hound.
That's
who's
why
in an open relationship with his wife.
That's why he's not more powerful. He's just a level 4 or 5 wizard.
I was gonna say him and his wife supposedly had threesomes.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, he was fucking like a wild person.
Yeah, he figured out. I feel like if you come up with a math problem and you're just like, hey, this is the best math problem, I want a prize for it. Why keep going?
Yeah.
Save some math for the rest of the
nerds. Dude, he just mathed his way into a bunch of pussy. Dude. If I could math my way into pussy.
I bet you can. It's called turning math into money.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, dudes do it all the time. What am I talking about? Anyway, so we're there, like we're an hour and a half into the game, and he's just sitting there quietly watching us, and then he pulled out a full-size double gulp from under his cloak. Like, where was it, dude? Where was it?
This bag of holding.
Dude, he just had the giant-sized fountain drink from 7-Eleven, and he just started drinking it. And, dude, at that point, I literally audibly was like, no fucking way. Like, no way, dude. You just have a full drink?
Was he stoked that you were stoked?
Dude, yeah, he was. We were always hyping him up. You got to do it, dude.
Yeah. You want to be friends with them. It's a good, just in case.
Yeah. I bought a necklace from him once.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh, man.
I gave it to my ex.
Do you think she's protected or?
I don't know.
It's probably like a dual thing where it's cursed but also blessed at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's probably contextual. You got to treat it good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the monkey paw. It's like it works and it'll do what you want, but also you gotta know.
Do you think animals can be wizards? Do you think there's like a monkey out there who just like really he made a magic wand by banging some coconuts together?
Firstly, I love the idea of someone making a wand by banging coconuts.
If you
together.
bang the right coconuts together in the right pattern under a full moon, and your heart was pure enough, I bet there was a monkey wizard out there.
I don't think that there's any monkey wizards. There's a lot of animal familiars.
I think there's animal wizards.
Well, I'd like to see them.
So you can't because you can't. It's so hard to perceive a human wizard to perceive.
No way. I see him every time. I know immediately. My wizard radar is so fucking perfect. I've never not spotted a wizard the second I walk into a room.
Have you seen any in New York?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot, but I haven't seen any here.
Really? I've seen a couple.
My East Coast wizardar is not tuned in.
You got to go to the Lower East Side. There's a few wizards there.
Yeah. I might have seen some sorceresses.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I see a lot of those.
I saw a wizard on the Lower East Side, and he was wearing, like, all these crazy chains that were hooked to like nose piercings, and he had like black eyes, and he was like filthy, of course, and wearing like a cloak and everything, even though it was humid. And I was like, whoa.
That one guy, what's his name? He performs in Washington Square Park. He's a wizard.
I don't know him.
The guy he's in his underwear.
Are you talking about the cowboy?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the cowboy. That's the naked cowboy.
Yeah. I always like the naked cowboy's not a wizard. He's a fucking cowboy.
The naked cowboy. I wanted to get him on I wanted to ask him on the podcast, but then he said a bunch of slurs while getting arrested, which I feel like you.
Was he just saying them to say them?
Yeah, he was angrily saying them at someone.
He didn't call anyone?
No, he was calling a cop.
Oh,
calling
yeah,
cop
I can't
slurs.
do that. Yeah,
no,
I'm
saying you can do that. If someone is arresting you, I'm saying you have a free pass to use slurs then, because it's a cop robbing you of your freedom.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, so suddenly you aren't ACAB.
No. There's a difference between ACAB and then being like, hey, as soon as something bad happens to me, I have free reign to say anything, consequence free.
Yeah, that's the First Amendment, baby.
No, the First Amendment isn't freedom from consequences.
Do you think? No, I'm saying the freedom to say slurs.
Oh,
is
yeah,
protected.
No, yeah, that's protected for sure. Listen, it's your right to say them.
Do you think there's any bad word spells?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you can't say that spell.
So what if there's like a spell and he's like, what if You're like at his house and he's like doing magic and he like magically makes the eggs and stuff and then he actually makes the toast with a toaster and you're like, hey, you magically made an omelet. Why didn't you use magic to make the toast? And he goes, oh no, we don't do the spell with the toast. It has the N-word in it. We got to make our toast regular style. You go, oh, fuck, that's crazy. Why would they do that? And you go, yeah, the people who invented toast spells, it was a different time.
You know what? Slurs do feel like magic words sometimes. They work on some people and not me because I'm on the wizard spectrum. So they just deflect off of me my whole life.
I feel like you can anger a wizard pretty easily.
Yeah, if you knew the wizard slurs. Which I don't know any. I don't speak wizard.
Guam's bow.
Be careful.
Just make up what sounds like it would be a slur for a wizard.
Squeedly skloops. Snorp.
Damn, dude, this is a high quality content. I just love the idea that people pay to listen to us, and it's us being like,
"This is the free one."
What? No. Oh yeah, no, this is a free one. But it is funny to be like, "What do you?" To have like a girl be like, "I'm trying to hit on a woman." She goes, "What do you do for a living?" And I go, "Oh, I
make up wizard slurs."
I talk on a podcast, and then she listens in. She goes, "Let's hear what this fully grown man with a career is up to," and then it's us going, "Snorp."
Look,
woo!
If you're listening to this podcast, you've made the right decision. What are you going to listen to? What is that fucking New York Times bullshit?
Oh my god!
Here's what's happening in East Pakistan.
I do that podcast. It's not. It's fucking. Well, mine is
whoa! No plugging your other. You're not allowed to plug your other podcast.
I plug this one on the other one
unless you pay me.
To
plug Without a Country. Your other podcasts.
Are you excited? Do you think we're gonna move in with Mike and Diego?
Whoa! I don't want to. Don't spoil. This is now the Patreon.
What? We can talk about our possible, I guess, frat house situation we have going
Comedy
on.
Frat house. Wait, finish your story on how you injured yourself.
Oh yeah.
You
interrupted me. Listen. I stalled. I slipped. I went very high into the air. I'm not joking. I fell high enough that my brother was worried. That's when you know, when he's not laughing and he's legitimately like, yo, are you okay? That's the worst possible scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I fell like 8 feet directly onto my hip on the coping.
So wait, how fast were you going?
Pretty fast.
So you flew up. And then you went past, and then you slammed.
And then I slammed
your hip or your ribs.
I basically was horizontal.
Yeah, your hip or your ribs
in the
on the
sky.
coping.
My hip, and then I folded sideways, but the way your body isn't supposed to go.
Yeah.
And then my ribs were like, we're also gonna break.
Nice.
Yes. And so then I have a gigantic hematoma, or I guess that's what it is. It's like a third butt cheek. I got a triple butt cheek situation. And then a giant bruise, and then I have my hurt ribs. I can only sleep on my back.
Do you have insurance?
No.
At least, well, you have the injuries that you're like, if you went to a doctor, they're just like, hey,
here's Vicodin or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, you broke the things that you just wait just for them to heal.
I mean, listen, as long if there's things like this and then stitches that I'll give myself are like all fine. I need to get insurance. If anyone wants to coach me through getting myself insurance, I need help.
How much do you think of? No one taught me how to do anything growing up.
Same.
And so that's how I feel like a lot of other students, I was too stupid or shy or whatever as a kid to be like, what do I do?
Yeah, no, me too. If I didn't understand, I'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I miss like some math, and I was like, I just don't do math now.
Yeah,
I never did multiplication or division.
Everyone was like, I remember being like 18 or 19, everyone's like figuring out what college they wanted to go to, and I was like I was midway dropping out of high school, and I'm just like, how do you go to college?
Dude, I was like, how do you drop out of high school? I just stopped going, and they were like, we're going to arrest you.
Were they?
Yeah, dude, it's illegal. It's illegal to just not go to school in Utah.
Dude, I don't know what you were doing. No one cared about me.
Dude, you just slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, apparently, because I was just like, oh, what do I do?
I also
Like,
stopped going to school when I was like 16, and they were like, no, and they made me go to alternative school.
oh,
So then I had to go to school with pregnant girls and handicapped kids.
cool.
Yeah, because the alternative school in like a small area
It's just everyone.
is just everyone. Yeah, so it was the bad kids,
It's
the
just
handicapped kid. It was like,
They just pulled you out of one class and put you in another.
no, it was like a trailer. It was like a group of trailers in a different
Oh,
place.
the relocatable?
A separate location, yeah.
The outside trailers.
It was crazy. And then I went to school there, and then, dude, yeah, there was a kid who was like dating a pregnant girl, but it wasn't his kid, but he was going to raise it, and they were like 16, and I bet you they are still together, dude.
I was going to say, that happens a lot when you're 19.
It was so fucking crazy, man.
I remember I got in a lot of trouble with my friend group at the time because we were like 17. We were like 16 or 17, and these two kids that were dating they got each other pregnant. I don't know how you want to say it. They got pregnant.
Fucked.
And I was like, so are they going to abort it? And everyone was just like, what the fuck? And I was just like, what? You're 16. And I don't know if that was very, like, the friend group I was in.
I'm just imagining the way you say it just being
Yeah.
so awful.
It's not awful. It's
no,
just a matter of a fact.
You said it in a way that would probably make even me be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I just said it the way I said it. Like, oh, you're pregnant. Are you going to abort it? You should. The rest of your life's ahead of you. I don't know why anyone was my friend in high school.
Dude.
I haven't changed.
Yeah, I was going to say in high school, yeah.
Look, if you're listening to this podcast and you're pregnant and you're under 18, you should abort it or give it up for adoption.
Probably abort it.
Yeah, probably abort it, but
Yeah, get an abortion. It's fine.
it's not.
Also, though, if you've had unprotected sex and you're young, just immediately try to use Plan B. Like, follow through with your resources. Do whatever it takes. Don't have a kid.
Do you know you can get Plan B on Amazon for like $20?
There you go. Just
then-
fucking.
Also, if you're in a high school, you can get Plan B on Amazon for $20 and then resell it out of your locker.
No, also
for $50.
don't be doing the Plan B, the shuffle thing where
What's
you're
that?
like you're coming inside of her and then you're like, hey, take Plan B, it's fine. Don't just come in someone and be like, Plan B exists. Plan B exists for like if a condom breaks or the pull-out method, or you like don't pull out fast. Also, pull out faster. Don't fuck until you feel like you're gonna come. Fuck until you're like, I can come, then pull out, then finish some other way.
I'm actually going to rescind everything I've said. There's so many people that just keep humanity going.
No.
Because I'm anti-Plan B. I'm with the Pope now. What does he know?
What is he?
He must know something.
No.
I'm anti-Plan B.
He knows make more Catholics.
Exactly. We need more humans.
I'm so against that.
Why?
Why? Why are you pro-human?
I'm not anti-human.
I'm not anti-human.
So I'm just like, make more. Fuck it. Let's get more people on this bitch.
I say don't make more. Fuck it.
Why?
Why not?
You think there's too many people?
Yeah, let's have 5 more people move into the apartment. Why not?
Why not? If you're out there, if you're a woman at age 21 to 25 and you want to move into our apartments, email us at cowboyboyspodcast
There it
at
is.
gmail.com.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's not. I'm getting really. I think I'm just getting really bored with the idea of people being like, "There's too many people. Humanity is a disease." All that edgelord. Like, we need to stop. I'm like, nah.
There's more people in an echo chamber doing the opposite thing. You grew up in that echo chamber.
Yeah, and I want to go back.
You're literally just
I
like,
want to go
I spend. What you're saying is, I spend too much time on Twitter. Now I have a bad opinion.
No,
Which is a lot of what is going on with your philosophy.
I'm going back to my original opinion. Basically, what the Amish do is you do your Rumspringa, you find out. Amish people are like, hey, this is all the good. This is the truth right here. Go out, go try everything. come back when you're ready. We'll still be here.
Oh, man.
I want to be Amish. I want to get an Amish girl pregnant. I want to get 2 Amish girls pregnant at the same time.
I wonder what would happen.
I
wonder how they would handle it.
Do Amish people, I feel are like, they come out.
They have rules for that shit.
I feel like they are level 2 wizards automatically.
Oh,
all
yeah.
Amish people.
Absolutely.
They do not. They get it.
What do you think? What? I've been telling you to go back to church.
I wouldn't go back to being Mormon though. I would, because I can't. For one,
why?
I already
You're not
know.
Excommunicated.
No, but I already know that it's not true. Right?
It doesn't need to be true.
No,
You're
so
going to get a girlfriend and you want to hang out.
No, I gotta try a different one.
But those are also not true.
I
Well, you
know.
gonna pick one that's more true?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think feels more true?
I would, if I were leaning to any religions right now. This is broadly speaking, right? Because what are the big 5? We got
Islam.
Islam's a good one.
Protestantism,
What is-
Catholicism,
I was just gonna say
Hinduism.
I'm just gonna say Christianity as a whole.
Islam, Christianity, Hinduism,
Judaism.
Buddhism. No, Judaism makes up less than 2% of the
but
entire world.
They got a lot of power. I think you know what?
Oh my god!
I think I might convert to Judaism. Are rabbis?
You have to get circumcised.
What do you think? Rabbis have wizard powers, right?
Yeah,
What do you
that's why
think-
they look like that.
You think they're like level 3, level 2, level 3?
They're like level 2.
Yeah.
It's not strong, but it's there. I think any religious guy who has a uniform, kind of a little bit of a wizard.
No, not any religious guy.
Who has a uniform that doesn't seem religious?
I was gonna say the Pope would be more powerful if he grew his beard out. I feel
Sure.
like so we've determined if having sex lowers your wizard
Become
powers.
Orthodox Christian, Eastern Orthodox.
Yes, those Russian.
Those guys are
those-
scary as
Those
fuck.
have you ever seen those Russian Eastern Orthodox guys blessing their AK-47s
Yes.
before they go to war?
Yeah.
I feel like that's real.
Go to Azerbaijan and get your fucking your AK-47 blood. That's hardcore. That's some like
I feel like maybe
medieval shit.
should
dude.
I join Eastern Orthodox
Yeah.
Christianity?
Dude, I bet the girls are off the chain.
Oh my
Imagine
god!
a babushka, like a hot babushka wearing her little bonnet. Ooh. Oh my god, her hands would be so strong.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There it is. There's what I convert to, Eastern Orthodox.
There you go.
Do you think there's like Amish people in Russia?
I think there are Orthodox people who live in that way. I don't know that they're doing it on purpose.
Amish believe large families are a blessing from God.
Yeah, that's what all Christians believe.
Hell yeah. See, that's what I'm into it. You should pump. I've always felt this from like a young age, and I still kind of believe it right now. If you're going to have a family, if you marry someone and are going to pump out kids, right? Just you and another person. There's 2 of you, right?
Sure.
You need to have a minimum of 3 kids to make those kids turn out right. Because if you have one, they grow up to be the solo child,
Ugh,
and
yeah.
they kind of don't grow up right. Sorry, all you. And any
They know. Listen,
They
they know it.
you
They
lucked
know.
out. You got spoiled, and you have to deal with that. I had the 2 kids, and
Terrible.
the balance is never.
It only works if they're the same gender and close in age.
Yeah,
If they're friends, really, is what I should say.
But even then, you need 3 to have that triangle of power always shifting.
I agree.
And so then
And they have to be close. They have to be within 2 or 3 years of each other each.
I don't think so. I think you can have a bigger gap when it comes to the more kids.
Well, no, because then you basically have a solo kid who's done like the first 10 years of his life.
Yeah, that just
They got to be within. I think. Yeah, they got to be close. As a person who grew up with 3 brothers in the same house.
Yeah.
And all of us were, the 3 of us were within a year of each other each. And then Jared was like 4 years below all of us.
So you know how like I don't know, they don't have this rule anymore, but you know how China had like the rule way back in the day where you could what was it? Was it Japan? Am I thinking Japan or
You think
China?
of China, how they had the 1 baby rule.
The 1 baby rule.
Yes.
I think we should have a minimum 3 baby rule. If you get someone pregnant, you have to get them pregnant 2 more times.
Okay.
It's like, hey, we can't have solo kids running around.
What if we
single
just
child
made
or-
you adopt to fill it out?
You could fill it out anyway. That would be a good way.
Okay.
You have to raise 3 kids.
You got to
minimum.
raise 3 kids.
That is the minimum.
Are we going to do some kind of UBI to make sure these kids grow up and have food and like can play sports and live a normal life?
They'll figure it out.
Oh, no,
Everyone figures it out.
Oh, the Republican jumped out. No, you got to have the kids. Listen, how you take care of them is whatever. As long as there's 3 of them. They can be hungry. There just needs to be the number 3.
Since the beginning of time, it's not the Republican in me. It's the anarchist. You don't need a government helping you out. If anything, the government gets in the way of you raising your kids.
So the government makes you have 3 kids.
I'm saying it's not even the government. It is a social, not a social contract. It's just a conclusion you should come to yourself by thinking about the universe and families and humanity and everything together.
Okay.
Or by listening to a podcast and being inspired.
Yeah.
by someone who sits around and thinks.
Dude,
who comes up with ideas on the spot and has to back them up for 20 minutes.
Yeah. I love the idea of someone with 2 kids listening to us and being like, I got to dump in my wife.
No, you better. If you have 2 kids, round it out.
Get to Cumin.
It will help both of your children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, as someone who came from 2 kids, seeing the kids who grew up with bigger families, they grew up better. I'm half retarded because I'm like, I didn't have anyone to bounce ideas off of as a kid.
I mean, you did have a sister.
Yeah, but I might have, the way we grew up, I might as well be like a single child because we were like 4 or 5 years apart and had nothing in common, never hung out together. So it was like 2 single kids.
Just living in the same house, 2 strangers in the
Yeah.
same home. I know, you're not close with your sister at all. Have you ever had like an actual conversation with her?
Nope.
That's so crazy.
I just moved out and I moved out like 18, 19-ish, 20.
Did your mom want you to stay?
No,
she was like, "Oh, good for you."
They were
Matt."
like, they were very like, "Hey, you gotta figure shit out."
Oh, okay.
So, I think I did move back in, for a little bit one time, but no, I never really got close. So even worse, I'm a single child.
Oh, damn. See, that's why you're all fucked up.
It is. There's one of many reasons.
Yeah. You have so many issues with women that are so easily tied back to your family life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's where it all starts. Whereas if you have 3 kids, your chances of having all the same gender goes down really quickly. So it is good to have siblings from the opposite gender too.
I would imagine. I have siblings of the opposite gender, but I didn't grow up with them.
Were they too far? Like they were too older? Too much?
No,
much of an
they
age
lived
gap,
with they lived with different parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just in
yeah,
a different. Gotcha. The step kids.
You know, you could also solve this problem by having parents who are close to their siblings and have lots of cousins. A lot of people grow up with their cousins around all the time. I grew up with cousins.
I think I have like 50 cousins.
And you don't know a single one of them.
I know them, but I only saw them like once a year.
I mean, statistically, you have to have a lot in common with a couple of them.
That's the other weird thing. They're all women. There's no cousins my age that were like male age. So I was just like a solo kid there too. At family reunions, like, hey, what's up? You like guns? No? Okay.
Yeah, I remember doing a few family things with my dad's side of the family, so I didn't know very well, and they're all like, a bunch of them are like well-to-do, and I remember going to this Christmas place, and I was just like, wow, this is a real tree, huh? And everyone was like, yeah. What? And I was like, all right, I'm out. I don't know anything about this holiday. I don't know how to fucking do this.
So since I didn't have like anyone my age, cousins my age, that could relate to, I hung out with my uncles.
Oh,
So I was indoctrinated by them very early. Like at 14, I was just hanging out with old men, just like smoking and drinking and swearing and gambling at every family reunion. And while my other cousins are like playing on the playground, playing capture the flag.
Dude, I'm an uncle. I've not met any of my nieces or nephews ever.
You haven't performed your avuncular duties yet?
No, dude.
Where you teach them about smoking and swearing and doing bad things. That is the best part about being an uncle, is teaching kids the stuff they're not supposed to know and then dipping.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, do you know that acid, LSD is a thing? See ya. And then they're like, what is that?
I'm a godparent. I've hung out with those kids.
I feel like there's more. You can't be as nefarious with god kids.
I'm pretty nefarious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have
I'm
you...
always just like, to ask your mom about communism. Just
Okay.
saying something crazy to them because they're like Mormon.
Why is communism nefarious?
Well, because they're like very Mormon and they're just kind of like living their lives, doing their thing. So it's very funny for her to be like, communism is when everyone has the same stuff and everyone gets to eat, and then
that's not how they explain it.
Why is that bad? And then you go, yeah, why is that bad?
That's not how they explain it. You know.
How do they explain it?
Communism is what I'm going to explain.
It's when the government tells you what you can and can't do.
The government tells you how much food you don't get. That's real communism.
I love when people say shit like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Did you see the all the people who are posting photos of themselves like crying while getting vaccinated?
What is this like a year ago? What are you talking about?
No, now because a bunch of companies are mandating, and then the military is being like, "Hey, orders are up. You got to get vaccinated now."
I thought you were talking about people crying because they could finally get vaccinated.
No.
I thought you were talking about all those idiots who were like, "Thank you, patron Saint Fauci, for blessing us with this bestowed vaccine. I worship at your feet." And those people crying on Facebook. You're talking about the opposite people.
What are you? That's not real. The thing you just said, it didn't happen. That's a very boomer thing of you to say.
Did you see fucking...
I saw people crying because they're like, the world's going to open back up.
Did you see...
I got vaccinated. I can go to concerts again, which is a very valid thing to be emotional about.
Yeah, if you like being outside and interacting with people. Did you see fucking Stephen Colbert bringing out like all the people, the not go-go dancers, but the dancers?
Yeah, but Stephen Colbert is one rich guy and 5 writers. It's not representative of anyone or anything.
People watch that show. People enjoy it.
How many?
Anyway.
No one watches TV, and you know that.
One, I remember the first time I moved, right when I moved to New York City, there was that lady cry laughing on the subway, and I'm like, what is she watching?
Yeah.
Dude, they exist.
No, people exist. I'm just saying.
I wish I could enjoy anything.
I saw people getting emotional that the world is going to open back up because they had been trapped.
You
but
are
no
talking.
one's crying about
You are
Fauci.
talking about the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, soldiers being like, There was one. The most famous guy says, "I'm doing this under duress," but there were other people like women posting like literal crying while they're getting the vaccine, like, I don't want to do this. My God told me not to, or whatever weird shit.
Yeah, if God told you not to, don't get vaccinated.
Well, yeah, if God told you not, that's my thing is like, if God told you not to, quit your job. He'll take care of you.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll figure it out for you.
I do agree with that.
That's what I agree too.
I do think it is. Was there a percentage of how many people they fired from like the nurses? Which is so funny that nurses were like, I'm not getting it. Like there's like a big chunk of nurses.
I love people who are like, that's proof, and it's like, proof of what?
No, nurses don't know anything.
Yeah, they know.
They know how to make you feel better, and they know like the taking your blood and all the fun.
They know how to do medical procedures. They do not understand medical science.
Yes. I don't even go to my doctor about like drug information because the doctor is just getting paid by the pharmaceutical companies to be like, I don't know, try sticking Viagra up your ass, see if it helps. Whereas I talked to my friend in pharmaceutics who studied pharmaceutics about drugs, and he's like, oh yeah, this is what this does. And I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
So
it's, I don't know, the whole that people posting themselves crying and stuff, and I'm just like, this is so embarrassing. Just either don't or do. I just like, it's your big moment to like make a statement. If you believe in it, fuck up your life for it.
Yeah.
I believe in a lot of stuff I've fucked up my life for. I have 3 X's tattooed on my throat for straight edge. I have
I thought you
fucking
meant
gang
3.
tattoos on my face. I've fucking, ruined a marriage and friendships over comedy.
I thought you were gonna say you had 3 exes' names tattooed.
Oh
on you.
no, but I'm all
How many
in.
exes'
Dude,
names do you have on you?
I don't have one yet, but I totally would. I can see myself doing it. I just haven't met that person yet. I would though. Fuck, I'm in so much trouble when I meet someone who's that crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck. But so
What if you meet that girl and she's like, I don't like vaccines? Are you gonna rip up your card for true love?
no.
See? I don't know.
No, because I would just be like, you're a stupid bitch. I love you so much.
See, it gets complicated when you introduce another person.
It does, but I also can't see myself being in love with someone who's dumb enough to be like, vaccines are bad.
That's not how love works. Sometimes you fall in love with really stupid people.
Oh, man, it is true. Listen, I'm not saying it's not in the realm of possibility. I will never say never, but it's just silly.
That's why I'm attracted to smart women, because I'm the stupid one.
Same.
So it's just like...
I like to be the dumber one in the relationship. It's always so funny when all of our friends who are women, like Corinne Fisher and all those other girls who have like millions of dollars or whatever, and they're like,
Allegedly.
guys don't like when I'm smarter or more successful, and it's like, please bring it on.
Do you ever... So I know being a short guy sucks, but do you ever see like a woman taller than you? Because I'm 5'10", and so I'm the average of the average. I see a woman taller than me, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so in love with her.
Yeah.
Every time, and I'm just like, what if you were like 5 feet tall as a dude? Do you think it would be better in that aspect?
If
like,
you're into it.
How could you not be into it?
A lot of guys aren't. I've dated a couple girls who are a little taller than me.
How could you be a short guy and not be into taller women?
You know what I will say? I don't like when a guy is taller than me.
I'm not talking about that.
I know, but
I'm talking about tall
it
mommy
is weird.
women.
It is weird that I have that.
I'm just thinking about a silver lining with being a short dude. I'm gonna get that surgery where they chop your shins in half.
And they make you 2 inches taller.
No, but I'm gonna become shorter.
Oh,
so think about it. I'll have the confidence of an average man at the height of a short man. Women won't know what to do. They'll be like, why is this 5-foot man talking to me like he's 5'10"?
You're forgetting that we're on the East Coast and the Italians are here. That already exists in droves.
But
every Italian is just some little fucking meatball guy who's 5'2", and he has the confidence of Shaquille fucking O'Neal, dude.
I feel like that's a fake confidence though, because you can tell when someone's putting it on extra.
Listen, we know that.
I know.
The women don't though. So,
but their subconscious knows.
But they still get married.
But everybody. Look, the clock's ticking. Even for me, I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna marry the next girl I date.
Dude, I'm the same way. Well, dude, this is us.
I gotta pump out 3 kids.
There was a thing where I
only got 50 years left.
I talked to my therapist, and she was like, "Yeah, you should live alone if you are really serious about dating." And blah 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 blah.
Man, this is New York.
Firstly,
you're also a comic. They get it.
No, you're wrong. You're 1,000,000% wrong on all of that.
I'm going to say you having a roommate. And this might be biased because I am your roommate.
Yeah, tell me about this.
I feel like the amount of women throwing themselves at you in your DMs does not outweighs you having a roommate. So if you could be, it could be worse. You could not have a roommate and you could be like a normal guy, just working your machinist graveyard shift job.
What are you talking about? That's when I got married doing that.
Yeah, and look how that turned out. So now,
what? No, that's the best way to find.
No,
a
think
woman.
about this: if your true love is out there, and you're like, I have a roommate, and she's like, I don't care, then she loves you for you. Some skank who hates you is just gonna be like,
what? But I have a roommate now, and I've had women do horrible things, clout chasing, or only liking me for my looks or comedy.
I feel like that is my fault for not doing my roommate duties.
Yeah, you've not protected me. You've not protected me at all. Anyway, listen, if you want to date, it's better to and you're a guy. It's better to live alone if you're, especially in your late 30s. I'm not.
You know what? I don't like how women are so judgmental about us having roommates.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta have a bed frame. I have to have a job. I can't have roommates.
When will it end? No, I'm with you. But anyway,
when
it
you
doesn't-
first start dating, that cannot, like, if you're gonna be like, hey, we gotta start pumping out kids, that's when you talk about moving out.
What?
After you're married, when you start, when you got probably on your second kid, that's when you should figure
you
out.
not have roommates anymore.
You're like, hey, we gotta kick the roommates out.
But anyway, my therapist is like, listen, if you're serious about finding a mate and it seems like you really want romance in your life, you should live alone. I've talked to other people who were like, yeah, that's probably true. Some of my more responsible friends like JF, people like this.
Oh, yeah. JF, who is single right now.
Single and loving it, dude, and killing it. JF is... He's not single.
If you're kicking me off this podcast right now... if you're kicking me out of the place of the roommate, I'm going to kill myself and nuke the podcast in that order.
No, because you know what happened. Everyone was like, "You got to live alone if you want to date," and I was kind of considering it. Yeah. And then I told my therapist, "Oh, not only am I decide not to live alone, I'm not even just staying with Mac. I'm gonna move in with three other guys." And she's like, "Oh, okay, so you're just gonna double down on." Being a fucking guy who rollerblades and plays music and fucking doesn't like do what adult shit, and I was like, yeah, I fucking am.
Yeah, but we live the comedy life, and so I'm going to do a Seinfeld and Chris D'Elia. But here's my one thing. Whoa! Here's my one thing. I'm gonna wait until the girl is 18.
Then you're not doing that. Never say that again. That was Mac that said that. Yeah. That was Mac that said the thing.
I'm gonna wait till the girl turns 18.
Oh my God! You're like, I'm gonna do a sex offender. But hold on. Yeah, no, that's what you just said.
I can't.
Chris D'Elia and Seinfeld.
I can't finish a thought.
No, you can't say I'm gonna do a crime. Yeah, that would be like me being like, listen, I'm gonna do a fucking. I'm gonna do a Ted Bundy, but I'm gonna wait for time to do it for me.
That's fair.
What? No, it's not fair. I'm gonna murder my ex-wife using time as the weapon.
That is a good weapon.
No, it's a crazy thought. Don't say that. Just say I'm gonna just wait for her to die.
I'm not scared of anyone taking that and clipping it out of context. I don't care.
I know you don't care because you have nothing to lose.
I only have cool 18-year-olds hitting me up to win.
Do you have any cool 18-year-olds?
When they start clipping that sound effect, they're like, ooh. No, I feel like...
Oh, fuck, dude.
I feel like you've picked a career path where it is feasible to keep rollerblading and injuring yourself and having roommates. And just be like, I think I'll settle down when I'm 60. There's tons of...
Fuck it, dude. Who gives a shit? I listen, romance is cool and I want it, but at this point, every time I go skate or I get to play music or I get to have a good time with my friends, I'm like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's just funny because you wanna. I don't know. It's fine. It's what it is. What it is.
I'm also open to getting married at 70 and adopting.
What if we just get married to the sisters that want to live with us, and then we have 6 people living in a place? Think about how cheap.
Why do they have to be sisters?
I don't know, because it's fun.
Okay.
Because my brothers Jeff and Danny married sisters, and they're happy. Yeah,
they married sister. How old are your brothers? Are they
Jeff
close?
is 2 years older than me, and Danny is my exact same age. He's 2 months younger
they're
than
within
me.
2 years of each other, and they married sisters.
Sisters that are, and the older brother married the younger sister, and the younger brother married the older sister.
Also nice.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking tight.
That rules.
Yeah.
How did that work? Like.
I think one of my brothers started dating one, and then the other brother met her through him, and they were just like, yeah, this is it right here. And they both had kids and got married, and it fucking is what it is.
So if their cousins fuck, they'll be extra fucked if they have kids.
Oh, yeah. No. They cannot. They got to watch them like a hawk at those fucking family reunions. Yeah, that baby's going to have 3 eyes, dude. You can't fuck around with that. A jaw coming out. I'm talking about That fucking
Yeah, like a British royalty.
British royalty shit, dude. That oh, dude, that jaw is so fucking stupid. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Was Princess Diana hot?
Yeah, Princess Diana was hot, but she also wasn't. She wasn't royalty. She was like a street person who.
Is that why they killed her?
Yeah.
I did not know she wasn't royalty, or she was, but she was.
Yeah. She
was outside of the family.
I could be wrong on this, and listen, I know that we have a lot of women who listen to this podcast, and they know a lot about Princess Diana, and they're probably screaming at me for being wrong. But I'm fairly certain that she was like just a fucking regular lady.
Yeah, because she's not grotesque.
The prince
she's
was
not a grotesque, ugly monster.
Well,
not like Queen Elizabeth. You see her when she was young,
dude. Fucking yeah, dude. Colonizing ass, fucking potato looking ass bitch.
I would have sex with her, but it would.
Oh yeah,
it would not be good for either of us.
Dude, I would have listened. Would you have had? Let's say you walk into a room and then it's Margaret Thatcher and Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, I would fuck Queen Elizabeth.
No, you have to fuck them both at the same time to distress, so that the Irish resistance can plant a bomb
and kill us all.
No,
well,
you said it hopefully, like you want to die after the experience.
I have to seduce both of them and keep them from leaving the room where the bomb is at.
Yeah.
And I also want to die after that because
Yeah.
I don't want my friends finding out.
No, you can't let them know. Damn, dude, the Iron Lady and Queen Elizabeth.
Well, someone fucked them. No, wait.
Someone fucked both of them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Probably their cousins or brothers. Good for them. Oh, I'm so glad we don't have any of that bullshit here.
Oh, dude, it's so. Listen, we have a lot of problems, but at least one of them isn't a weird old lady we have to give a bunch of money to.
That you can't say mean things about.
Oh my fucking god! And she's on the money.
Yeah.
Get this bitch off my money. Listen, we do have weird slave owners on our money.
Well, the queen she owns slaves, probably today.
yeah, that's my thing. I think the queen secretly has slaves.
What was that thing about Hillary Clinton having slaves?
Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are getting caught for all kinds of wild shit they were doing in Haiti.
When?
Google Clinton's Haiti. You're going to love... Dude, it is fucking
I haven't been keeping up
wild.
On it.
Yeah, dude. They have been up to some shit in Haiti.
Are they like abducting kids or?
I don't know. I
mean, they are, but
yeah.
Are they? Have they been caught? And the New York Times is like, here's why that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's literally they're like the Clintons want to help. These kids love working in the factory the Clintons own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Google that shit, everybody. I'm actually gonna read up on it because
and talk about it on your serious podcast.
Yeah, because Corinne loves the Clintons, and so I say bad things about them, and then she loses her mind.
They're so evil.
Oh, dude, I know. I just hate the like fucking girl boss. It's like fuck you.
Yeah, but we could. I don't want to talk about bummer things like that.
Yeah.
This is the fun podcast.
No, let's talk about fun stuff.
What is your other podcast all about? Give it a plug if you want.
My other podcast is the podcast where I constantly say something and then I have to backtrack because I'm saying things I'm gonna get in trouble for, which isn't unlike this podcast.
Not like this podcast where we backtrack nothing. I double down. Double down on everything.
Say it. Say, what are you going to double down on right now?
I am doubling down that Hillary Clinton has slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now. Look, she has. We should break into her house and free the slaves that are living in Hillary Clinton's house.
This is a call to action.
Yeah.
Break into. No, I can't even in a video game.
Yeah. The video game of real life.
It's a video game called Real Life.
Look,
not to be confused with actually doing something.
It's not libel if it's real. It's one of those things. It's one of those. It's one of those weird law things where I think you. So if I say Bill Clinton has a really small penis, right?
Okay.
And the only way to prove that is for him to whip out his dick and be like, "See, I don't have a small penis." But then he's showing everybody his dick, and they're like, I guess you caught me, but now everyone's seen your dick.
True.
So. Good one. Who wins that one? And it's one of those things where if I think it's true, it's not libel.
Okay, that's not at all how that works.
Well, I'm going to contact my lawyer. That's what he told me. No one listens to the end of the podcast anyways.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the YouTube metrics, because our podcast is on YouTube now,
Yeah.
they show like it's like 10% of people make it this far. So we could say anything here.
Dude.
And these people are probably asleep at this point.
I think the man wait, hold on.
We're in their dreams right now because they're probably sleeping at work.
I almost said I was going to say something horrific and then I was like, "No. Don't do it." What do you think Hillary Clinton's pussy hair situation is?
I don't think it's as bad as it's not nightmarish, but it's not good.
You know what's fucked up?
I feel like because Hillary Clinton was kind of cute when she was young, right?
Eh.
I feel like when she was young, she had
a mean face.
She had a mean bush back then.
Oh, I like a bush.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm not saying like it's not like a nice fun bush. It was a mean.
It's like a thicket. Like if it lit on fire, God would talk to you out of it.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't say anything nice. He'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill all the firstborn," and you're like, "I'm trying to have sex right now."
And I feel like Monica Lewinsky, bless her soul, she had a nice thick bush, and Hillary had a mean thick bush.
Yeah.
And that's
a thorny briar patch.
Yeah, and that's the end of this podcast.
You know what's fucked up?
Oh, what?
I think Bill Clinton waxes all of it. He's just running hardwood floors.
Okay, yeah, I bet.
Ugh.
I feel like if you, I don't know where to stop like shaving.
Just trim.
I do.
I shave so that there's no hair on like the bottom of the shaft. I shave the balls a reasonable amount, and then I kind of like shave around the edges, and then I kind of make it so it's less poofy. Like I'll just like it's a little thick, so I'll just kind of like lighten it up.
I trim it all down, but I don't know.
I don't trim it down too much.
It looks bad every time.
To the
no matter how much I clean it up down there, I just feel like
it's a penis. There's nothing you can do for it.
It's like just it's like sweeping dirt. It's like, what am I doing? It's still bad.
I know. Here's my thing. The untrained eye wouldn't see that it's trimmed. But if you get your mouth down there, you go, "Oh, I'm glad he's taking the time."
Here's what I want to do for a first date activity.
Okay.
I want to date a girl, and before we go anywhere, I just want to be like, "Hey, will you shave my pubes for me? We don't have to have sex. I just want you to show me what it should look like." It's like that trick where you bring a girl, you're like, "Oh, I forgot to." So this is a weird pickup artist thing I learned once, where you bring a girl, you're like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet at my house." So you bring her up, and you're like, "Hey, here's my house," and it like normalizes them being at your house. So then later, you're like, "Hey, do you want to go back to my place? It's not like a creepy dungeon with skeletons everywhere." They're like, "Oh yeah, I've already been there. Let's go." So if she's already seen your penis, she's more likely to.
Dude, pickup artist stuff is so fucking cringy,
It's
dude.
absolutely insane, but it feels like it works.
Dude,
right? It does work on some girls. That's the problem.
I had a friend that got into it, and I was like,
wait, let's talk about it on the Patreon.
Okay, deal. Yeah.
If you want to hear about Shayne's friend, who is a pickup artist to this day.
He is. I'm not joking.
Are you going to say his full name?
No. It's too embarrassing.
Yes,
he also has a girlfriend
but
now.
it's the Patreon, so you definitely are going to say his full name.
Well, I might.
If you would like to get more episodes of Cowboy Boys, you can find more paid episodes, which are funnier because you paid for them.
Yes. And we say
wizard
more
slurs.
Stuff.
We say the real wizard slurs.
Yeah,
on
we
the
say
Patreon.
we said the secret ones to throw you off the scent. But if you pay for it, you can hear them. And you may be thinking, Shayne, you're advertising it. Won't a wizard pay to see it? Wizards don't have human money.
They don't.
And you need human money to get to our Patreon. You can't just pay for it with thoughts and feelings or rocks.
Yeah, I feel like wizards do not understand the internet.
Moon dust.
But you can find our Patreon at cowboyboys.rodeo, which links to our Patreon, which
Or-
is patreon.com/cowboyboys.
That's it right there.
Also, click around our website, cowboyboys.rodeo. There's stuff there.
Hey, if you're hearing this, I'm in Texas. I'm stressed out and in Texas because every car rental place was fucking rented out. But I found literally the only
last car.
car in Austin, Texas. There was one car, and I somehow got it. And I have to return it Friday, not Sunday when I leave, which is also stressful, but fuck it.
I think you'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. But I have a car. I'm going to be there with Diego Lopez. We're going to be running around. I fucking am so excited. I have so many friends to see at the Dallas show, the Addison, Texas show. It's crazy. Houston, Texas, fucking San Antonio, and then Austin for the weekend.
That's like the comedy mecca right now.
Yeah,
according
it's like
to some
the
people.
place. Well, we
all know it's really New York, but
yeah.
we lie. Well,
Yeah,
Austin, we're
well,
like, yeah, you guys could,
sure.
you're coming up.
Yeah,
You're
have
like,
fun. You're cute. You're doing it. But we got that going on, and then after that, I'm gonna be in Richmond, Virginia, fucking having a ball the next weekend, or no, the weekend after next. After that, it's in November 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Anyway, then I'm gonna be in Ohio, and Michigan. So come out and see me. Oh, in New York City, November 9th, I'm headlining in New York Comedy Club for the New York Comedy Festival. New York City, it's a big deal. I would love for the show to do well. Please come out to New York Comedy Club. All right.
Where do they get your tickets at?
ShayneSmithComedy.com.
Nice. There it is.
Okay. Yeehaw, everybody.